1 year ago, I bought a 5th Division professional football club based in Nairobi, Kenya. As an organization, we had one goal: reach and win the Kenyan Premier League. But unfortunately, the club was headed in the wrong direction. A relegation at the end of last season had put us back at square one, and morale had hit an all-time low. No money, no hope, and no future. But I was just 4 months into my new role as owner, and I was determined to give it one final push. So I flew to Nairobi last September and began building with our team on the ground. We hosted open trials, the largest in Kenyan grassroots football history, stacking our roster with 12 new signings. We began renting a mansion in the heart of our neighborhood, Kahawa West, to house all 23 of our players. We formulated a meal plan, serving 3 meals a day, allowing our players to focus 100% on football and training. And while signs of progress began showing from the outside, I silently watched as JerseyBird began running out of money to support the project, at times even pulling from my personal savings to keep things afloat. By the time I returned from Kenya at the end of September, we were pretty much broke. But that is when everything changed. I began posting about our journey and we went viral. Millions, tens of millions of views poured in from 100 plus countries all around the world. Our YouTube channel exploded, and from simply posting these videos, we received the much needed financial support to keep the project alive. 7,900 USD in October revenue turned into 12,000 in November, which then turned into nearly 19,000 in December, as the club had miraculously become profitable in mere months. However, internet fame can be fleeting, and we were far from comfortable heading into January. But with a new product launch, 3 matches to live stream, and an innovative new revenue stream set up and ready to go, we put ourselves in the best possible position to have another historic month in January. And in this video, I will cover in extensive detail every single expense, every single dollar of revenue we generated through all 7 revenue streams, and finally, how much money did we make or lose in the month of January. Because your support keeps this project alive, you deserve to know how each and every dollar is being spent at our club. You are now watching Road to the Kenyan Premier League. What's up, everyone? My name is Hayes Canup, JerseyBird founder and your host of Road to the Kenyan Premier League. Today, I am back with another huge monthly financial report. If you are new to the series, we are a 100% financially transparent club. Every single dollar we make and spend is public with 0 exceptions. We are supported by your views and donations, so you deserve to know where your time and money are going. January was our most action-packed month yet. 2 friendlies, 2 league matches, and a lot of new financial developments that I will be covering in this video. Before we get into it, if you want to support this project, there are 3 main ways to do so. First up is the KPFC 10 for 10 deal. If your club is in need of new kits and apparel, start a project with JerseyBird. Tell us you came from this Road to the KPL series, and you will receive 10% off your order with another 10% donated directly to our club. Go to JerseyBird.com, tap Start a Project, and we will create some awesome kits for your club, just like the ones you see in our videos. Next, we have the Lion's Den, the official club Discord. We host watch-along parties here, vote on club decisions, and discuss all kinds of unreleased news with myself and staff members. So go check it out. It really is a great community. And lastly, if you just want a simple and quick way to donate, go to KahawaPrideFC.payperform.co. You can contribute to various aspects of the club, and the fees here are only 3%. And any partnership inquiries can be directed to KahawaPrideFC@JerseyBird.com. I will link all of these support methods in the description below. As always, thank you for the support. Now back to the video. Starting with our largest expense of the month, we paid for 4 live stream productions in January, each one costing 60,000 shillings for a total of 240,000 shillings or 1,861 USD. Our setup now consists of 3 camera angles, a director, and of course, our legendary commentator Greg Mulemi covering the action. We've been working hard to improve the streams over the past few weeks, and we will continue to improve them with our next next goal being to add pre-match, halftime, and post-match interviews. Our next largest expense of the month was a typical one, our payroll, which totaled 259,500 shillings, or around 2,000 USD. But the next one is an exciting new one. We now have our very own office just outside of downtown Nairobi in Kilimani, a beautiful space that will be home to several of our staff members, and it will also serve as a meeting place for various business deals and projects. Rent here is 73,000 shillings per month, and we had to put down 1 month of rent plus a security deposit totaling 2 months. So in total, we spent 222,000 shillings, or 1,700 USD on this office space in January. The office might seem like an odd purchase, but over the coming months, it will be very clear why we are allocating resources to a nice office space like this. After the office, we have food, which is up from 150,000 shillings in December to 180,000 shillings in January due to our upgraded meal plan, which now consists of a meat protein source at every single dinner. Those were the major expenses of the month. Now I will get into some rapid fire mid-sized expenses that still had a major impact. Rent again was 70,000 shillings. Ashinga, our head of strength and conditioning, picked up a ton of protein and supplements to help our players bulk up. That cost 43,000 shillings. Now that we are buying a lot more meat, Eunice, our house manager, picked up a much larger freezer. This cost 32,000 shillings. We bought some much needed training equipment for our football department, including tactical boards, ladders, training rings, and a laptop for Coach Kim to run film review. The equipment and laptop totaled up to 71,000 shillings. We went on 3 separate trips, 2 to Western Kenya, 1 to the East Coast, in total helping transport 6 of our Lioness players to enroll in boarding schools on full ride scholarships, costing a total of 120,000 shillings. We registered for the Mozart Bet Cup, Kenya's version of the FA Cup, for 30,000 shillings, and now face a Premier League club on Saturday. We made our very own budget ice bath using a water tank that cost just 8,000 shillings, and now it is a key piece of our recovery program, which continues to improve week by week and has really been helping our players maintain their fitness as the season gets into full swing. We built a ball rack out on the patio of the clubhouse to neatly store all of our balls, as we are still working to bring more organization to where all our equipment is being stored. That cost 11,500 shillings, and we had 2 man of the match experiences in January after the win against Pack University. Siddiqui and Moses went to VMX Fitness for a private training session, while Govid and George took a trip to Nairobi National Park, getting to see some of the amazing local wildlife after the win against Lakewood FC. Those 2 trips cost a combined total of 36,650 shillings. So that wraps up the major club expenses in January, but there is a key detail in this report. The club is now financing its own jersey inventory. To get things off the ground, JerseyBird financed all club inventory for the first few months, but it was becoming very hard for us and really was hurting our cash flow because all of the profits from the sales were going back to the club. But now that the club is more financially stable, it can finance its own inventory. So we spent 618,000 shillings, or 4,791 USD on 320 units of inventory. And as you will see in a couple minutes, a lot of those have already sold, but a majority of them were just restocked and went up for sale this morning. So that wraps up our spending for the month. I will put the entire expense list on screen now. Pause if you want to read them all, but in total, we spent a record-breaking $20,635.84, or 2.66 million shillings, an 83% increase in spending from the previous month. Definitely a bit of a scary number, but now it is time for the fun half of the video, our earnings for the month, starting with our smallest revenue source in January, the KPFC 10 for 10 deal. We have 2 10 for 10 participants. Shout out to Icon United Soccer Club from Raleigh, North Carolina, and the Wookiees kickball team from Costa Mesa, California. These 2 teams ordered a total of 3,217 USD worth of kits and jerseys, which sends 10% or $322 directly to the club. For this month's KPFC 10 for 10 contribution, a 40% decrease from last month. Our next largest revenue stream is our Discord server, the Lion's Den, which surpassed 500 members in January, closing out the month with 550 members for a total contribution of 1,650 USD, USD, or 213,000 shillings, a 49% increase from the previous month. After that, in fourth place, we have TikTok revenue from the creator program. I posted 8 videos in January for a total of $2,449.55, or 316,000 shillings, a 39% increase month over month. And again, our financial report TikTok carried us, accounting for 90% of our TikTok revenue, which seems to be a recurring theme each month. Now we are getting into our top 3, and things got a bit interesting this month as we had a brand new revenue stream that proved to be a huge boost: the Kahawa Pride donation page. The Kahawa Pride donation page, kahawapridefc.paperform.co. This is the page that I put together early in the month just as a quick way for fans to donate if they didn't want to deal with the Discord or buy a shirt. And I also wanted to have an alternative way to support the club during our live streams to combat YouTube's 40% cut of gifts. We have 2 different pages, a public one and a Discord exclusive one, and they only have 3% fees on the donations. So in total, between the 2 pages, we received 179 donations in January, totaling $6,708, or 866,000 shillings in donations, including $2,000 donations, a $500 donation, and 10 other donations of $100 or more. I will throw all the messages on screen now. I wish we had time to go through them all, but seriously, thank you to everyone who contributed. I never thought this page would get so much support, but it has completely blown away everyone at the organization, and we are extremely grateful to everyone who donated. Now, moving on to number 2. For the 3rd month in a row, we have jersey and merch sales. We sold 112 home jerseys in January, along with 18 keeper jerseys, 21 hoodies, 11 preseason cup champion t-shirts, and 2 training shirts, for a total of $6,600 in earnings for the club. A 9% increase in shirt sales and a 42% decrease in merch sales. The t-shirts contribute $5 per sale, the hoodies contribute $10, the training shirts contribute $15, and now that the club is actually financing its own inventory, 100% of shirt sales return to the organization, which after Shopify's 3% fee equals out to 48.5 USD in earnings per shirt sold. We could have sold a lot more shirts, but we ran out of stock and I had to stop doing pre-orders due to some complaints and misunderstandings around the wait time when pre-orders were open. However, I did just restock this morning, so we are back up and running again. And finally, your undisputed number 1 revenue source for the 4th month in a row, YouTube. YouTube is back at the top with a record-breaking 11 videos and 3 live streams across the month of January, 14 pieces of content, which when combined with revenue from our older videos in our library totaled up to $8,280.75, or 1.07 million shillings in revenue. But unfortunately, it was a 26% decrease from December. Here are the top 5 contributing videos, and here is the rest of the library contributing as well, including every single video from the entire playlist. And as you can see in this video versus live stream data, of those $8,281 in revenue, 84% came from regular video ad revenue, while 16% came from live stream ad and gift revenue. That 1,345 USD in YouTube live stream gifts and ad revenue is actually $49 less than the $1,394 we paid to produce the streams, but it is important to note that live streams always spike our club page donations, and as you can see in this graph, on the 3 days we went live, we generated a total of 658 USD in donations on our page, pushing us well into profitability with our live streaming. So the big question for January, despite record-breaking spending, were we able to remain profitable? Yes, we were. Despite nearly doubling our spend from December to January, we came away with $5,172.97, or 667,313 Kenyan shillings in profit. Here is a breakdown of our earnings from October through January. We came into the month with $11,295.37 in the bank, and we are adding another $5,172.97 from January profits to that total for an updated $16,468.34 in the Kahawa Pride vault. And the best part is we are sitting on $8,051 worth of jersey inventory, 100% of which will be returning to the club. So we are now 4 months into this journey and the finances are looking stable, but obviously our journey is just beginning and there are still decades of work ahead of us. Before I close out the video, I have a few more rapid fire announcements to catch everyone up to speed on major news surrounding the club. The biggest headline is our upcoming match against Moronga Seal FC, a Premier League powerhouse, for our round of 64 matchup in the Mozart Bet Cup, which is essentially Kenya's version of England's FA Cup. First place pays 3 million, second pays 2 million, third place pays 1.5, and fourth pays 1 million shillings, so there is a lot on the line. The match will take place at a 5,000 capacity neutral site, Police Sacco Stadium, and kicks off at 1 p.m. East African time, which is 10 a.m. in London, 5 a.m. in New York, and 2 a.m. in LA, and it will be played on grass. This is by far the biggest game in club history, and as always, we will be live streaming the match right here on the JerseyBird YouTube channel. We also have 3 new signings: defenseman Bradley Maloba, midfielder Elliot Wakisa, and striker Louis Muniki. I will report more on them in Friday's video. Friday this week will be another huge video. We're basically doing a 2-video week. We will be covering all of the East Africa to EPL updates and doing a deep dive into everything about the upcoming tournament. So if you like the video, drop a like, drop a sub, comment where you're watching from. As always, you can catch new episodes of Road to the Kenyan Premier League every Wednesday and Friday at 1 p.m. Eastern Time. Thank you all for the incredible amount of support, and I will see you in the next one.